What's happening, everybody? Nick Salzman here, Pendulum Metrics. Wanting to talk with you guys today a little bit more about some thoughtform energy. And today's subject, succubus and incubus energies. So, some of you guys I know have heard of this. Some people think that this is all kind of a fairy tale. That's all right. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about what I know about them and kind of some of my experiences with them. So, succubus, incubus. In our last video, we talked about poltergeist energy being a thought form energy and projection. This is exactly the same. It's thought form energy and its projection of energy. So with succubus and incubus, it typically revolves around like lust and like wanting to like desire things. You know what I mean? And so the underlying tone of that is we desire the things that we don't have, or we desire the things that we want. And so because of that, there's a lack of acceptance that stays underneath. There's usually lack of maybe even like self-love, right? Like, oh, if I had this person in my life, then I would be complete, but until then I'm not. You know what I mean? Some stuff like that really is kind of an underlying tone. So that's really the direction this stuff is taken when we start thinking about things that we desire versus things that, you know, serve our highest good. So succubus and incubus energies, we've heard about people experiencing these things. We can read about them on the internet. How they come off as kind of like a small little shadow that can like sit on the chest. They're usually associated with sleep paralysis and that kind of stuff. And one of the most common things you're going to find if you have a succubus or an incubus energy in the home is you're going to be getting dreams that are going to have sensations of intimacy. Sometimes it's a pleasant experience, sometimes it's not so pleasant experience, but either way, the sensations of intimacy are a dead giveaway that we're dealing with something like this here, okay? So, the thing about these is just like poltergeist energies, there can be jinn or ifrits or, you know, some of these other non-human entities that can attach to these succubus incubus energies because they are a thought form energy. Okay, they have energy to them. Now that energy is the right kind of sustenance for different kinds of beings. And so sometimes when we get these dreams where maybe, you know, we're having some kind of a strange encounter with someone we know or we don't know, and we can see in their eyes they either have like a glow to them or they have like a real fierce, like sharp, piercing look. You know what I mean? This could be a direct indication that we're dealing with some sort of an ifrit that is attached to a succubus energy, okay? So both of these energies definitely don't serve our highest good to feed on us or to, you know, manipulate our thoughts and that kind of stuff. So we want to be able to clear these things. So the difference between the two, jinn, when we clear them and we heal them, we take them back to their home dimension, okay? And we usually call upon the assistance of like, you know, spirit guide or guardian angel or something like that. With succubus and incubus energy, they are thought form. And so when I'm doing a clearing on one, let's say someone has one in their home, I'm just going to hold my pendulum over the phone and just connect and say, you know, universal knowledge, do I have permission to ask about the energy of this house? Once I get permission, then I'm going to say, okay, do we have an incubus or a succubus energy here? If I get a yes, then I don't need to ask for permission from their higher self. They don't have a higher self. They are a thought form energy. So I'm just going to simply ask, do I have permission to make a mental connection with this succubus energy, decustomize it, and send it back to the universal mind? If I get permission on that, then I proceed to move forward, okay? So same as before, remove all pain, remove all memories of pain, and then nourish it. Once that's done, we can call upon the assistance of a being of light, guardian angel, spirit guide. Even if you don't know who they are or which one's assigned to you or any of that stuff, just ask to call upon a being of light. And then maybe later on you can develop some sort of a relationship with whoever is around you and assigned to you. So until then, or if you don't want to know, just call upon a being of light. I know there's always going to be one around that's going to assist with this work. So we just have to ask for it because they're not just going to jump in unless we ask for it, okay? So when we work with the succubus incubus energy, understand we are using a mental connection, okay? And that mental connection can also draw these things in. And so sometimes when we're, you know, let's say you get someone that's like looking at pornography a lot, right? That kind of stuff drags this stuff in because it's a similar vibration, if that makes sense, okay? Not only can they potentially create it, but they're absolutely going to attract it because that's kind of like what they're feeding in their mind and what they're feeding their subconscious, okay? So these are the kinds of things you're going to pick up if you go to like a lot of like nightlife, nightclub kind of stuff or whatever, you know, going to mingle and meeting others and dating and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of this energy floating around, and just understand that if you get something on you or something comes home with you and you're starting to have these dreams, don't panic. These things are really, really easy to clear, okay? And for anybody out there that has ever experienced sleep paralysis, I offer a suggestion to you. Next time you're experiencing this and you're conscious and you can't move and you can't feel yourself, I want you to hum, just like, because you'll find you're not going to be able to speak, you're not going to be able to scream, but for some reason you can. And so anytime we're in one of these situations, do that hum. You kind of come back together and it wakes you up, okay? So that's definitely a suggestion for those that are out there that are dealing with sleep paralysis still. Succubus, incubus energies, very easy to clear. The kind of pendulum I would use for that would be a blue light pendulum. That'll work just fine. You can use a gray one. That'll work fine too, and probably even a green one too. All of these work just fine for dealing with succubus and incubus energies. So moral of the story is, if you guys are dealing with it, there is light, and we can get them away from us, but we're going to have to learn to also train our subconscious mind, because they definitely are an attractant and they feed off of what we feed ourselves. So hope this message finds you all well today. I hope you enjoy this topic. I got lots more coming your way. Be sure to check out my Facebook, Instagram pages, Pendulum Optometrics. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my website, pendulumoptometrics.com. I got a lot of good pendulums on the way, and I really appreciate you guys being here. If you got any questions, drop them below. Have a good day.